One thing that martial arts should teach you that other sports may not is respect. And it blows my mind how some people out in the world are doing things that are so rude, or at least I consider so rude, and they're completely oblivious to the fact of how offensive this might be to other people. And maybe they're not super blatant. Like, example, if I was gonna say something that really bugs me, but everybody else knows it's unacceptable, it would be going to the public pool and you're in the sauna and somebody's clipping their fingernails in a public sauna. Like, obviously you don't do that. That just makes good sense. But we're gonna touch on 5 things today which just seem to happen in so many spots, and I can't wrap my head around the fact that people have not realized this is so blatantly rude. So number 1, the speakerphone. Somebody's on their cell phone. If I'm on my cell phone and I'm talking away and there's somebody over there having a meal, say we're at a restaurant. Okay, I can get behind that. As long as the person's just talking like this, they're talking normal. But when you think that for some reason in a public space, it's okay to put somebody on speakerphone, and because they're on speakerphone, you have to talk like this. You have to be like, oh yeah, how's your day going? Oh, and then they're blaring back, and it just overwhelms the space. I don't understand the mindset there. How you possibly think that is acceptable, it just seems so rude. And there's other people around. That's the big thing about these. There's other people around. And why not go about your day and just think of others a little bit? Something that martial arts teaches you, right? One of my coaches for years has said, it's not all about you. When we're in class, whatever else we're doing, it's not all about you. Other people around. Think about that. The next one that really bugs me is when you go to a crosswalk, you stop for somebody, whether it be a crosswalk or they jaywalk or whatever the situation, you stop and they just don't acknowledge you whatsoever. Yes, I understand there are laws in place that if the driver hits the pedestrian, the driver's in big trouble. But there's nothing that says you have to stop. And guess what? If you don't stop and the pedestrian just walks across and gets hit and they don't even look, they just walk, yeah, there's not much that can be done for you, right? You're gonna lose when a car comes towards you. So to me, it seems common sense. If I'm about to cross the road, I look, oh, somebody stopped for me. And you wave. Why would you not do that? Why do you think you're so entitled to crossing the road that you can look at somebody and just give them a blank stare or a sort of dirty look or something like that? What's the point? They stopped for you. They took a moment, especially if you're jaywalking or you're one of those people who crosses the crosswalk but can't go in a straight line. You cross halfway and then you go, oh, I'm heading that direction, so I'm just gonna veer off. Again, it blows my mind. I always, 99 out of 100 times will stop for somebody, and 100 out of 100 times somebody stops for me, I will wave and say thank you. How hard is that? Let's talk about the next one. Oh, mouth open when you're chewing. I think number 1, I feel like that's just a easy way to go on a first date or something and just scare the person off. You go on a date with a girl and your mouth is open and you're smacking away like a cow chewing its grass. Close your mouth, chew your food. It's not that hard to do that as opposed to, and it's, the sound of it and seeing somebody with their mouth open as they're chewing, it's not becoming. And I would venture to say, yes, if you're somebody out there who's single and you're trying to get some first dates going well, stop doing that. You're going to scare off at least half, if not more, of the people that you go on dates with by not learning how to close your mouth. Seems very simple. This next one is such an odd thing for me. I don't get it again. I was at the airport the other day. I was picking somebody up and I decided, I'm 10, 15 minutes early. I'm going to sit down over here. And I sit down and there's somebody on their phone with a video on, but they have the volume going. So they're watching the news with the volume going. and I'm trying to read beside them. So I move to somewhere else, I go to the other spot, and there's somebody watching a movie with their volume on. Headphones? I haven't figured out that that's an invention. Just because you're on your phone, again, doesn't mean that everybody else wants to hear. And the same thing applies on airplanes. I travel a lot with fights. You get on your seat, you're trying to sit down and have a conversation with the person next to you, and there's a little kid close by, on his iPad. His parents give him his iPad and he's playing a game, and you just hear bing, bong, bing, bing, Headphones. What the heck? Or if you don't have headphones, you're watching the news, closed captions. Put those captions on. Again, it's not all about you. There are very easy ways to stop others from having to listen to whatever garbage you have on your phone. And again, maybe this is just me, or it's not just me, but maybe I'm in the minority thinking that these types of things are unacceptable, they're rude. But again, I was brought up with the martial arts background. Be considerate of others, build strength within yourself, and then respect everybody else around you. You don't build strength so you can walk around and be a jerk to everybody else or not think about other people in your vicinity. It's just such an oddball thing. You know what? I feel like I've ranted enough for today, so we're just going to stop it there. I have a few more here, but just in general, part of this channel is teaching you guys how to fight. A byproduct of learning how to fight should be learning how to be a better person, right? You learn to fight to defend yourself, to build confidence, to have fun in the fight sport, to get exercise. And within all of that should come that ability to think of other people and not to make the world all about you. So that's my rant. Let's stop it there. I hope this just reaches a couple people. One of the things I said to you, you're like, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't chew with my mouth open and I'll have better luck on dates. Or yeah, maybe that speakerphone thing is a little bit rude. I'll stop doing that when I'm out in public. Changes one person. To me, that's a good video. All right, guys, I'll catch you soon.